Welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to do another unboxing and review video of a Monument Hudson product for their expansion set to transparent paints. So let's go ahead and get down to the paint cam and see this bad boy in action. So I've actually never worked with transparent paints, so this is going to be an experiment for me also. So let's get this box open aggressively. Nothing in the box. And we got plenty of paints here. Let's see what we got. Transparent orange, purple, brown, black, yellow, green, red, blue, and white. All right. So the model we're going to be experimenting on today is this unfinished cloud giant that I've had for quite some time. I think it's been quite perfect because I kind of zenithaled this model way back when I liked to zenithal. He has been sitting unfinished on a shelf for probably over a year. But I thought it was perfect because he's a larger model, so we can kind of play with it. He's got lots of fabric layers here that we're going to be painting today. I'm actually going to paint over this blue with the transparent black is my plan. And what's even great is we're going to use that transparent blue and maybe a little bit of mixing the blue and the white together on this clear lightning here. And so we'll see how clear the clear transparent paint is. So let's go ahead and get the paints ready and going here. All right, so we got brown, blue, 50-50, white and blue and black. We still got to mix the blue and white together, but we'll get to that when we're ready to use that. So what I want to first start out with is actually, you know what, let's go ahead and mix it up because I want to start out with the lightning. Oh yeah, oh my goodness, that is so rich. I love it. Actually, it looks a little bit lighter on camera than it does in person. It's extremely vibrant to me. That blue really punched through that white. So let's go ahead and start out right here, and let's see how this just reacts to this transparent onto this clear plastic. Just kind of randomly put it on because we're gonna put on the dark blue in some areas too. Goes on really smooth. I feel like this would come out of an airbrush really nicely, especially not being a primed surface. This is actually quite nice. I'm gonna really try to lather it on and see what we get. All right, we're gonna come back in a second when that is complete. All right, we're done with that 50-50 blue. It's actually really bright. I'm really liking how that came out. I didn't cover it 100%. On some of it's on one side full, some side it's both, some side it's on the back and not the front, and you can actually really tell which sides got a dual coverage and which side didn't. Like this right here, you can see straight through and see that blue right there on the opposite side of my finger. That looks really great, but as soon as I go to cover that up, even through the plastic, it changes that color nicely. All right, now let's go with I think the dark blue actually might be too dark for what we're going for today. So we might actually change. Yep, we're gonna actually add even more blue, or more white, I mean, to the blue. I did a 50-50. So I'm gonna go a little heavy on the white. It almost acts like an ink. Let's see what color this comes out to be. A lot lighter, still not as light as I want it to be. We're gonna add even more white. Should have probably just started from white and added blue instead of adding blue to white. I'm real heavy here. That actually really still it's white, almost the same blue. It's not much of a difference there. We're gonna go even further. I feel like I'm using a lot of this white. Oops. There we go. All right, let's see what we get going on here. Definitely gonna have to put down some white on this also. You can see the color difference, but it's not 100%. Oops. It's looking great. Has a clear on this lightning. I keep wanting to go to the other one. Not too worried about around his hand. That's going to be super light point. Here in a minute. All right. Looking really good. It's nice and wet. It's not too thick, not too thin. Color variations. And we'll go over it. Let's do that. Let's create some pure whites. And kind of wet blend it and see what kind of reaction we get. Almost just treating it like a dry brush. Just pulling it to get effect. This I want to be this super light color to match. It'll help me blend in with a little bit of work I did on the base. I've come a long way since I last touched this model. Connection point right here. I want it to be really bright. I'm gonna gloop it on right there. Yep. Cool. This would be great for like any kind of glowing effect that you don't want to lose the undercolor. I like what we're doing here. Really trying to punch it up around his hand. We're gonna come back to this. Let's get on some other colors. We've spent a long time on blue. And we'll punch that up some more. Let's jump over to this brown. We're gonna put brown kind of. Oh, I lied. We're gonna jump over to black. Black is gonna go right in here. We're gonna use it on top of this dark blue. For this. Again, I'm going heavy and I'm pulling in. I'm gonna kind of see. I'm gonna leave one shoulder undone and kind of give us a comparison just from a dark blue base. And all the little squigglies that are on his shoulders. I'm not too worried about it if I go over. There we go. That's one down. Now I want to jump over to this brown. And this brown is going to go all over all this like little leathery bits here. Pretty much, we're just going to go pure brown on all this leather. I want the zenithal to come through. Oh, I like that brown on that pure white. Let's get this one over here. You can almost pull it and you get a texture. And that texture, especially on this leather, is actually rather useful. You know what I'm trying the next time I'm doing like a leather pouch on a Space Marine or something, I'm gonna try this. Really lets you layer it up. Like, you got a good zenithal or some kind of what's the newish word? The oh, I can't. Help me out. Help me out. Slop chop. There we go. Slap chop. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah. Here's slap chopping. This would be great paint for that. I've actually never tried that. We might have to try that down the road with this this plane here. All right, now let's see how this comes through on these panels in the back. They're going to be a little bit darker. It's a good comparison. We'll just do one or two back here. Really pull it out thin. Glue all over my fingers. I touched something apparently. Careful with what I touch. Really goes on, easily goes on thick, so you got to be a little careful with it. Just gonna pull it off on these high points. A little bit more transparent. Yeah, look at that. You pulling that right out. Just pulling it from the light to the dark. I'm getting that. That is a nice. That looks like leather. Oh my goodness! Without even trying, I got a nice leather effect there. All right. I wanted to paint this like a creamy kind of color, and I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna pull some brown and add it to the white. Boom. That white does not go very far. So when you're adding any, we learned from this blue, if you're using the white to lighten up any of these prime colors, go really, really, really small amount of the dominant color. Let's see how this looks in comparison, just adding a little bit of white to it. Actually wanted a little bit more khaki, but this light brown might just work for right now, at least as a starter base. Let's go up here, kind of really see how it looks on this. Not terrible. Not really super zenithal on here. We can work with this. Just kind of want to see how it comes out. Is it more zenithal on the back? It is zenithal a little bit more on the back. Let's try this section right here. That's a little bit more. I'll just do like this one streak. Kind of just see how this contrasts versus that straight white up front. Again, we're going to go a little heavy and then pull. I'm not trying to be super delicate. I'm not painting this miniature for a competition or anything, so that does really show up really tan on there. Really happy with how this came out on the clear plastic for the lightning. Obviously it can be punched up really, really far with more white. So the lesson that we learned with this is definitely be careful with the colors that you choose to go lighter with using transparent paints with transparent paints. So like the blue and white. This was a 50-50 and it's still really dark. So depending on what color you're using and you're adding white to lighten it, be really careful. I really like how it came out on this darker part here of the little zenithal test area. It came out really clear, so definitely punch up more light than dark if you're trying to use these in a zenithal way. But overall, especially super stoked about this like super leathery look that I got back here. You can create some streaks and stuff like that, so be careful with how you're pulling it. Make sure it's nice and even. I was being really rough on purpose. You can kind of see the blue punching through on this black now that it's finally dried up. And again, you can really see how well this transparent worked on the transparent part of the miniature. Overall, I'm happy that I purchased the product, and I would definitely do it again. All right, so overall, I'm actually very happy with this product. I can't wait to practice and test with it a little bit more down the road on some future models. Some tips that I definitely got from that is, like I've said multiple times throughout the video, if you're using white to punch it up, make sure you go with very little of the color that you're trying to punch up, and go from white, go up to the color that you want, because it goes really far because of that transparent. It stays wet a little bit longer, and because it's transparent, it will streak if you don't apply it smoothly. That's going to be it for this one. And remember, every stroke of the brush and swing of the blade adds character to your miniature. YouTube thinks you'll like this video right here. And if you'd like to subscribe, click this button right here. And I'll see you in the next one.